it's your first edit and you like it, then stop and do not upload it. This feeling when you get something right the first time is false. Almost always, with the exception of editors with a lot of experience, your first edit will look bad. At the moment, it may seem to you that this is not the case, but in reality, you've done several parts of your edit well, but generally, it's still a draft, which in no case should be posted online. Today, I will show you my experience. This is the skier video that I shot on a Sony camera for Sony. The first edit seemed complete to me. I went to bed happy, but the next day I realized that this was not what I wanted to show with this video at all. I will show you step by step my correction process so that you understand my train of thoughts in such situations. My name is Arthur Weiner, this is the Movavi vlog, and let's watch the first good edit of this video. How painful it is for me to watch it now. When I did it for the first time, I thought it was a great job. Of course, with a few things to correct, but in general, great. Although, in fact, there are a mountain of points that can be corrected and improved. By the way, pause this video, if necessary, rewatch it, and think about what you would improve there. Visualize a little, a useful exercise. In fact, in such videos, as in many videos on YouTube, you have to create a story at the editing stage. The end result really depends on how well you edit the video. That is, sound design, all sorts of speed ramps, color correction, all this together gives the wow effect and generally a good video. It's clear that before filming you have an approximate idea of what your video will be, but in this format it can be very difficult to think through everything to the smallest detail. In this video, as an example, I will use the Movavi video editor because here you can quickly create good content without spending much time on learning. And Movavi Unlimited, which is by the way available on the Movavi Secret Sale, may also come in handy. Movavi Unlimited is the unique annual plan that includes the best from Movavi in one intuitive platform. There are tools for video editing like Movavi Video Editor Plus itself, photo retouching, screen recording apps, and a set of utilities for work and study. On top of this, Movavi Unlimited gives you the 1-year access to all the effects that the Movavi Effects Store has to offer. You won't lose much time on learning. Every step of the creation process, from converting raw footage to adding effects to your video project, might be done in just a few clicks. Movavi Unlimited will help you create high-quality content and make your ideas come true. Unlike professional software, Movavi Unlimited is accessible for many users. Its annual subscription plan includes 10 programs and a huge collection of effects at the price of just one app. And the best thing is that you won't need a top-of-the-line computer to make the platform run smoothly. The 1-year subscription to Movavi Unlimited is now available at 85% off on the exclusive Movavi sale. Hit the link below to use this or any other special offer from our secret page. I also have the final edit here. As you can see, there is really a lot of everything here, and the timeline may seem quite confusing, but in fact everything is simpler than it seems. On the first video track I have all the shots. Initially they were scattered over several tracks, such a creative mess, but I simplified it so that it would be easier for you. And on the second track I threw these cinematic bars on top and bottom. There are also 9 audio tracks where the lowest is music, the top 8 are for sound effects, because the biggest work will take place here. So let's start from the general and go to the particular. The first and most important thing is the overall composition of the video. The story here is not clear at all. First we see the wide shots of the location we're in, and it all seems logical. First we show the area, then we proceed to specific actions. Next we see the skier who prepares skis for the race, gets out of the house, looks at the mountain, climbs on top, prepares for the race, rides, and at the end looks at the mountain. Happy. At first glance, it seems like the first successful race of a novice skier. Well done, what can I say here? We don't understand the context at all, just some guy took a ride. But we have a different task. We need to show that he is at least not a beginner, and we need to tell a story that will be directed to the viewer. Some kind of metaphor, an analogy of a mountain and life. In short, there must be some sense here for a person to leave with new thoughts. Now, the most difficult thing is how to tell it all through editing. First, you need to change the composition of the video to have something to push from. We'll start with music. Now, the music accelerates sharply. This is bad. I want the tempo of the video to increase smoothly, so I will not just start with the smooth acceleration of the music, but I will start with the live sounds. So I found an atmosphere with a winter wind, and we'll start the video right from there. By the way, I pulled the atmosphere through the entire video, sometimes making the atmosphere quieter and sometimes louder, depending on what is happening in the shot. And I want to start the video not with a wide shot, but with an icicle. Yes, this is a cool analogy. When we see an icicle, we immediately understand that it's very cold in this place. The viewer always should have some emotions right from the first shot. Then we switch to the medium shot of the tree and then to the wide one, revealing the entire location. Please note, we still don't add music because we want the viewers to fully immerse themselves in the atmosphere. Only sound design is used here. That is, when we are indoors, we also find the sound of the atmosphere of the room. And to visually show that this skier is not just a beginner but a professional, we will use the technique of parallel editing. He appears in the shot, then a sharp transition to action, he rides quickly and beautifully, then the transition back to preparation and again sharply at how he rides. That is, we immediately see that he can ride, and plus, it looks cool. This parallel edit is connected by sound design. I will not dwell on this in detail now because very soon we'll have a separate video on the channel about sound design. And just now, when he finishes preparing, I add slow motion and smoothly turn on the music. From this moment on, a linear edit can take place, where one action follows another. In the first version, the entire edit was linear. One action follows another. This is okay, but it's boring when overused. Now let's add some B-roll footage, again showing the location, showing the skier. From now on, we'll add additional meaning to the video. How? Through voiceover. I decided to make an analogy of life and skiing. That's why here we say,
life is like skiing.
From here, the music changes to a more dramatic one. We show how something doesn't work out for him, he falls, and vice versa, everything is cool and he wins. From here, let's add the parallel edit again, showing flashbacks of rides, then going back to the shots of him climbing up the hill. Again, in the first version, the editing was linear, but now we're adding techniques with references to the past to make the video more interesting. And here I try to do it in the music video style, cutting at the same tempo with the music. One big mistake that I made in the first version is the constant cutting into music. So you hear the beat, you cut. You can do this, but not all the time because it quickly becomes boring. If you hear some kind of accent in the music, it's better to add an action in the shot that aligns with this accent instead of cutting with the accent. For example, skis are falling, we hear a boom in music. Before the race, I also added a moment of preparation and yes, more flashbacks. Here we add another phrase of voiceover and now you can move on to action. I found the most powerful part of the music and had fun with the editing as I wanted. The more dynamic this will be, the better. For example, speed ramps look cool. To do this in Movavi, crop the shot at the moment where you want the video to accelerate, select the second part, go to the clip properties and set the speed to 50% to slow down the video twice. And you will get the effect of a sharp slowdown. At the very end, the skier enters the shot and looks at the hill and the voiceover. So now he is not just looking at the hill, but as if he's lived his whole life.
Life is like skiing. The goal is not to get to the end. It's to have a bunch of good runs before the sun sets.
Do you understand what's the matter? Now this is the story and the edit, and not just a beginner's skier's ride. Of course, sound design creates a huge effect, but we'll talk about this in detail in the next video. By the way, I did the color correction using LUTs. There's a section in Movavi where you can upload your own LUT, then you just select all the shots and throw the desired LUT. After that, you can edit each shot in the section with manual color correction. In the meantime, click here and here to learn even more about video editing. Smash the like button if this video was helpful to you, and see you in the next one.